Alright. This is day 1 of my secret undercover mission inside the headquarters of the cult Heaven's Gate, led by Marshall Applewhite. This cult believes that there's an existence beyond that of humans, and it's my job as a journalist to find out what lengths they will go to realize their purpose. There are hidden cameras, both on myself and throughout their headquarters, that my investigative team has planted. And hopefully, over the course of the next few weeks, I will be able to gather enough footage to display to the public and reveal these people for who they are. Alright. This is day 1 of my membership of the cult Heaven's Gate. Here we go.
Today we have a new member. Let's all welcome Moiz Bharmal. Welcome, Moiz.
Hello.
Moiz, we know that about 2,000 years ago, a group of extraterrestrials came down to Earth from the next level. I was one of those extraterrestrials. My father T, my heavenly father T, made me leave behind my heavenly body and had me go into a new body on Earth. The body that I occupied was the person you may know as Jesus Christ.
Alright. I had my first talk with the leader, and I'm pretty sure that he's crazy, and I'm having doubts about doing this investigative report. I'm not sure if this is a safe place to be, and I'm seriously considering leaving. Guys, can I leave? Guys, Boris? Neha?
In the 1920s, another second group of extraterrestrials came down with me as their captain. Ever since then, we have been recruiting new members, and I was surprised and pleasantly surprised to see that many of our new members were members from our previous expedition.
Okay. Alright. I'm not sure how I feel about this place. Doe doesn't blink much, but he seems very impassioned and strangely hypnotic. He seems to want to act in accordance with his people. He's against the use of suicide, and to be completely honest with you, at first sight, doesn't seem crazy at all. Seems like a good guy. Though I have to say, he's probably still crazy. Through rumors in the group, I learned that he spent quite a bit of time in a mental hospital. So most likely, he's still psychologically unstable. His ideas are very outlandish. He thinks that he is Jesus. And he seems genuine about his cause and hopes that he can help those that believe him.
So, Emily, right? You come here often?
Yes.
Oh, well, so how'd you get here? How'd you find out this great following, It's great. I love it.
Well, I saw a flyer about a New Age vibrant Christian community talk at the local speaking hall at Portland State. And I was a student there, dissatisfied with my lack of purpose in life. I went to a meeting and they had applesauce. It was great. After that, I was hooked. Joe talked about rising to a higher level beyond this mediocre state of humanity, and it was great. I would travel to the kingdom of heaven.
Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, well, I'm gonna head out now. Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye.
Well, Neha, the people of Heaven's Gate generally believe that they can reach a level beyond what we see today. a divine level of existence. Just by joining the cult, they give up their friends, their family, and even their own jobs. As they become more committed to the group's existence, they are taught to give up all of their material possessions, including their money, their individuality, and even their own sexuality, and through, in some cases, castration. Well, religion tends to support the needs of the broader community, and not just an individual group. With Heaven's Gate, however, they really only care about themselves. For example, they don't give charity because they're not trying to make the world a better place, rather they're trying to escape it altogether when it inevitably becomes destroyed. They believe that only those that are part of Heaven's Gate and follow Do will be able to escape and reach the next level of Earth, as it recycles. I miss you guys.
Today's the day, guys. Today is a great day. Hale-Bopp is approaching. Everybody, get ready. We're going to leave this earth and go to the next level. Here you go, boys.
Finally, I've been looking forward to this. Forrest, Neha! No! This is my purpose! This is God's purpose! No! No!
So, Moiz, we're going to help you get over this experience of being in a cult. How did you feel when you left?
Guilt's the first word that comes to mind, Doctor. What else am I supposed to say? I betrayed them. They were my friends, my family, and they depended on me, and I betrayed them when they needed me, when I needed them. We were supposed to leave together, ascend to a higher level, a better level. But what did I do? I left. I left. And that's what causes the guilt, Doctor. How am I supposed to live the rest of my life knowing that I betrayed not only them, but I betrayed God, Do, I betrayed everything that this life is supposed to be.
You don't need to feel guilty, Moiz. It's not your fault. There's still people out there in the community for you. Did you feel like you were isolated from the rest of the community while you were part of Heaven's Gate?
Thinking back, when I first joined Heaven's Gate, they told me I couldn't have any of my possessions. I had to leave all my stuff behind. They told me I couldn't see my friends or my family ever again. And I'd say yes, at first I felt isolated. But as time went on, I learned to appreciate that I didn't need those things anymore because they were my family. And they provided everything I needed. They gave me shelter, they gave me some food. They had some applesauce, and it was great. I have to tell you that if I could redo it all, just for the applesauce, I'd do it. What were we talking? Isolation. Yeah. I didn't feel isolated because we were family.
Would you say you were dependent upon the cult?
We were all dependent on each other. That's what families do. They help each other out.
Did Joe ever tell you that the outside world was corrupt?
Corrupt? No, Do wouldn't talk about corruption. Rather, the outside world was... They weren't enlightened, would be the term to use. They didn't understand that this menial life of mediocrity was not all there was. They didn't realize that God had a different plan. A plan for us beings to rise to a level beyond, a higher level that ascends past this mediocrity that we live in, the one that we choose to accept. No, they weren't corrupt. They just didn't know better.
How How do you feel about the deaths of all your friends in Heaven's Gate? Has that been hard for you?
Death? They didn't die. No. They simply escaped. They reached a level beyond the one that we think we're forced to live in. People put such a negative twist on them after they all killed themselves in that mansion. They didn't kill themselves, they saved themselves. They escaped the vehicles that they were forced to live in. These bodies don't give us strength. They force us to live in depression, and they force us to live lives that we don't necessarily want to live. They reached a higher level than that of humanity, and ascended to the kingdom of heaven. They're with God now.
Did you ever feel threatened while in the cult? Did you feel like you could have left if you really wanted?
No, I didn't feel threatened. They were my friends, they were my family, they loved me, and I loved them. You know, I mean, people say that they isolated me from the world, but I wanted to be with them. They were my community, and they were the people I wanted to be with. You know, they gave me everything a family could give. Shelter. Food. You know the applesauce they had? That was some good applesauce. Have you had applesauce? That was great. You know, I mean, they gave me some love, and I didn't want to leave. I mean, being with them, it was God's purpose. And it's where I was supposed to be, and where really everyone should have been. The only reason I left is because those idiots, Forrest and Neha, they forced me out of there, and now I'm stuck here. You think I'm happy living here? You think I'm happy being in this vehicle? I want to leave, but I'm not allowed to.
How many people did Doe tell you we're going to make it past the recycling of the earth? Did you feel like it was urgent and you were in a time crunch to make it?
How many people? Really, anyone that served the cause. Anyone that was willing to join and really believed. Believed in Doe, believed in God, believed that we could reach the next level and reach Heaven's Gate. You know, I'm not sure if a lot of people would have joined us if we still existed, but what I do know is that we were right in our cause and in our purpose. And now I miss my chance, because the opportunity was there when Hale-Bopp was reaching the atmosphere, and us, Heaven's Gate, we could have boarded, all of us would have boarded the UFO, including me. But as I said, two idiotic news anchors, Forrest and Neha, they ruined my opportunity, they ruined my chance, and they ruined my life. The day of recycling is near. The ship shall arrive, and we shall ascend to a level far beyond your mere mediocrity.